Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Once again, there's a lot of very loud construction going on outside. I'm being a little quiet because my roommate is asleep. And I know he's on the other side of like 2 doors, but he sleeps like the dead, but still. I want to try and be respectful. I also have to sneeze really bad. Yeah, the audio in the last video was not the best. I am sorry. I'm trying to figure out how the mic works. It was an exciting prospect for sure, but it was not well executed, so that's my bad. Well, I think the color palette for this house is really good. It is well on the way to becoming a nice autumnal house with the pumpkins. For some reason, the chickens. Anyway, I don't usually talk and play a game when I'm doing like a video more, I guess, like I wouldn't necessarily call my Minecraft videos a let's play, because usually I'll just record some thoughts I have, and then film myself playing Minecraft for however long I'm playing or I talked. But I don't know. I felt like I wanted to talk, but I didn't really know what about. And so here we are. I think I'd like to put forward some thoughts on, I don't know, on life, I guess. Just about how difficult it can be sometimes for many reasons. I know that at the moment I'm not doing great. I'm sick. And also my work is being kind of frustrating. I got a migraine at work the other day. Oh, and when I get migraines, they're like really bad. I'm gonna go explore that tower. That tower. Like, the only way I can really get rid of them is eventually the pain is bad enough that I throw up. And then after I'm done throwing up, I'm exhausted and like fall asleep. And I know that because that's been the case since I was like a toddler. And at the place I work at, we only ever work one person at a time. And our managers are all kind of really not good. They don't like confronting us or talking to us, or very passive aggressive or just outright aggressive. They remind us that we're easily replaceable and that there's a whole pile of resumes waiting, and that if we quit, we should feel lucky to work there. So we don't really feel valued. and rather we feel scared and intimidated a whole lot, which isn't the best. So, yeah, a few days ago, I got a migraine at work, and here, sorry, I'm gonna move a little closer so that maybe you can hear me better. But yeah, the other day I got a migraine, and I knew what was happening, and I was really scared because I didn't want to throw up at work, and I didn't want to be in that much pain where I couldn't even think. And so I texted my manager and asked him if I could potentially get someone to take the rest of my shift, because there's only like 3 or 4 hours left, and he didn't reply. And then I texted my whole work group chat and was like, can anybody please like take my shift? Like, I feel like the rest of my shift, I feel so like awful. And no one replied. And luckily my work is really close to my parents' house, so they had some stuff they had to do, but they were ultimately able to bring me some, I don't know any of this. They were able to bring me some medicine that's supposed to pump you full of caffeine, and because caffeine's really good for migraines. Hold on, I just want to see. If there's a way to put some music is on all the time. It doesn't look like it. Anyway. But for me, caffeine really makes me sleepy. Unless I have like an unhealthy amount of it. And so luckily and thankfully and gratefully, it worked. My headache or my migraine went away and I felt fine. But I had already thrown up. I was in the bathroom for like 30 minutes, which was horrible because, like I said, I'm the only person that works, or we only work one at a time, so the shop was just unattended for like 30 minutes. But I was throwing up in the bathroom, and then, so I was already pretty exhausted. And then with the medicine, it made me even more tired. So then for the rest of my shift, I was dozing off. And trying really hard to not fall asleep. And it sucked. And I never heard anything from my coworkers or my bosses until the next day when I was playing a game online with one of my coworkers. And our boss texted him and asked him if he could come in, and he said that he was out of town. And then my boss texted me, didn't say anything about anything I texted him before, just point blank asked if I could work, and I didn't reply. And he said he'd pay me $20 up front. And then he was like begging, like saying like please, and I just didn't reply because I'm not going to be guilt tripped into working on a day where I'm not scheduled, especially after the day before where I was in like huge amounts of pain. And no one said anything. Didn't even try. Didn't even say like I would have even been cool with him saying like hey, sorry, we're looking. We're having a hard time, but we're looking. Just no. No, I'm wrong. There was one other coworker who doesn't usually work at my store, but my friend suggested that I asked her because she's really chill, and I don't know if she likes me a whole lot though. Not because of this, just because she's very. I think she doesn't like me, but that's whatever. But I texted her and was like, do you think you can like cover my shift for the rest of the hours? And she was like, no, I'm at school right now, and and then when I'm done, like I'm going to like the hospital or something, like to see, I don't know, and then minutes, like 10 minutes after that, on her story on Instagram, she posted a picture of her at like a rave. And I don't know, I I'm obviously like, I'm not angry about that, but I am a little like, why don't people just like, I'm not upset at people if if you're at a rave and you're doing that, that's sick. Like, I don't know. So I think I'm just butthurt probably. But that whole thing kind of started a downpour of events in which I just feel really shitty, and I don't get it. It's really weird that workplaces feel so like comfortable just not treating people like people. They're fine being like when you get a job, you owe an obligation to that job. And I'm not saying that, well, maybe it is what I'm saying, but like you have to try, you have to invest, and you have to like show up, do the work, and like that's what you have to do, and I think that's good, contributing to society and all that. But I don't think that companies should get comfortable treating people like not people. Like I remember I've worked at a few jobs where part of the hiring process, like you had to sign a thing on paper that was like sign here to acknowledge that like when you come to work, like you leave your like problems at the door. And then in briefings, they're like, so when you come to work, all your problems are like you don't bring that into work. Like you're here to focus on work, not your life. And I'm always like, what? That? Like, yeah, I don't want to come into work and like just like cry. But if it does happen, because no matter what you want to believe, I'm still a person. And so if it does happen, I don't want to get in trouble for it or anything. So that's, I don't know. Maybe I'm just weak. That's what seems to be the popular thing, at least. Just a little weak and needs to be tougher. And I know that. I know I'm a relatively weak person, and I don't want to be. I just don't know how to stop. Especially these days. It doesn't help that I'm ugly. That is such a frustrating pickle when, like, I don't know, I don't want this video to be a downer or anything, but I guess this is still kind of in the phase of having the advantage of not having a big audience. So I can get away with just moping. Making videos, honestly, it's a good thing in my life. I don't know, I feel like it's one of the only things left I have really to do that makes me feel like fulfilled and hopeful. I don't know, like I've said in the past, it's something I've wanted to do since I was a kid. So if not for any other reason, I'm glad to be making videos, just because that's like one of the only things I can pull out from my childhood and feel like, hey, at least this is working out. Oh, what time are we at here? 15 minutes, yeah. I'll call it. Sorry, this one was a bit of a downer, everybody. I want everybody to know that's watching. I should have probably started with this instead of putting it at the end. I want everybody to know that you have worth, and nobody gets to tell you otherwise. They'll try. Everybody will have their own thoughts and opinions, and a lot of people are just unhappy and angry people that feel better by putting other people down, or at least think they feel better that way. But I'm here to tell you that you have worth, and you're an important person, and you have value. So please never let yourself believe otherwise. Even if that's a little hypocritical of me. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. And as of today, we have surpassed 100 views on the channel, which is so awesome and exciting. I'm so proud of that. So thank you all again. And yeah, please take care of yourself. Bye.